A Rivers State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has upheld the suspension of Uche Secondus as the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). The court in Port Harcourt on Friday ordered a perpetual injunction restraining Secondus from parading himself as the national chairman of PDP. Justice O. Gbasam maintained in suit number PHC/2183/CS/2021 between Ibue Wuchi, NX Alice, Dennis Na Amadi, Emmanuel Stephen, Umeri Zike, Onucha as claimants, and Prince Uche Secondus and the People's Democratic Party (PDP) defendants that the suspension of the embattled chairman subsist. On resumption of ruling on the matter, counsel for Secondus' first defendant, Godfrey Uwalaka, had attempted to stop the court's judgment by making an oral application that an appeal has been entered on the matter, but counsel for the claimants, Uwonsegbe Eze, urged the court to discountenance the purported appeal, noting that there was no motion before the court for stay of execution and no motion to arrest the ruling of the court. However, the trial judge, Justice Gbasam, dismissed the first defendant's counsel oral application for lacking in merit, stating that it was not enough reason to stop the judgment. Gbasam, after careful review of the submissions made by both parties, said the court has not seen any ground to rule against its earlier judgment delivered on August 23, 2021. On the jurisdiction of the court to entertain the matter, since the issue of the suspension was in connection as it borders on internal affairs of the party, the trial judge declared that applications challenging the court's right to hear the matter also lack merit. Also on the issue of fair hearing raised by counsel for PDP, second defendant Eugene Ode, the judge said the counsel had ample time to represent the client, noting that the issue of fair hearing has no basis. Gbasam said it has not been noticed that parties who have had bad cases and could not prove their cases have always used the issue of fair hearing to disturb the court, noting that Secondus was suspended by his ward in Ikuru town in Adoni local government area for anti-party activities. He explained that by the virtue Secondus' suspension, the first defendant has lost the right to function as national chairman of the party, and any function carried out by him under suspension is invalid. The court held, I hereby hold that the court has jurisdiction to hear the suit. I hold therefore that the suspension, and having been acknowledged by the party in the state, is valid. He shall not so act as national chairman. His suspension still subsists. Uche Secondus have been stating that he's not suspended. He's still the national chairman of the party. Recently, a lot of chieftains of the party rose up against him, accusing him, allegations against him of misconduct, that he didn't manage the party properly. That is the reason the things are falling apart in the party. And we know different elections are just ahead. Anambra governorship election is the most recent. So it's been back and forth. Uche Secondus has put in an appeal as well. And the surprising thing is that even our judiciary is not settled. We know recently the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko, he did something. He summoned some judges because of this reason of back and forth. So a court will pass out a judgment, say in Imo State, and the people that it doesn't favor, they move from Imo State and they take it over to Kano, or they go to Abuja, or they go to Enugu or Rivers. They go somewhere else and they obtain another judgment, and it's been like that. So our judiciary is messed up right now. I don't know how they're going to sort it out. Concerns raised recently was that, and that is going to affect our democracy. They should be able to liaise with one another and respect the judgment of any the various courts, unless it's an appeal or something higher Well, politics in our country, even the judiciary, no credibility, no integrity. Well, this one has just come out. I don't know how Secondus is going to react to this. His tenure was meant to expire in December. The executive, they rose up from a meeting and decided that rather than just sacking him immediately, he would round up in October. But Secondus has been kicking against that. That it's not possible. That will not happen. He will complete his tenure. Before this court order came up upholding his suspension, the suspension came from his own word. Suspension was from his own word, and the court has just upheld that it stands. The trial judge also, what he did was that he dismissed the first counsel's oral application for lacking in merit, stating that there is no enough reason because what Uche Secondus counsel was presenting was that there is already an appeal. So if there's an appeal, it means that Uche Secondus can still be going about his duties until that appeal has been heard. But the trial judge is stating right now that that would not stand. It's lacking in merit. So they've just hit, when they hit that thing, hit that hammer on the table, that it is done. That is what the court has just done right now. The court has upheld the suspension. And we know that while this is ongoing, some persons have risen up to occupy his position in the meantime, acting national chairman, people who are acting on his behalf. Initially two factional chairmen emerged, but they've finally decided and they settled for one. Uche Secondus is going to push. I believe that he's going to push because he's been very positive that he's still the chairman. But this one that is coming from the court, like I stated, he might be taking it to a different court, and let's not be surprised in another couple of hours or in a couple of days that we'll be seeing another order, because things have not been sorted with the judiciary. Our judiciary is not in a good shape right now. They are not working in sync. One court gives one order, the next thing you hear that from an Owerri court, Federal High Court in Delta State, Federal High Court in Abuja, would hear things like that, and it's weakening democracy. That is the very truth. It looks like the highest bidder getting it. Well, PDP, I do hope that this is in the best interest of the party, all that is happening to Uche Secondus. Well, let's hear your own take down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, click on the like button. And if it's your first time, you're very welcome. Please hit on the subscribe button. God bless you. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.